Oh, all of them had such a strong impact in the game. Probably that was his leadership in a lot of different ways, but sometimes that line led in terms of style of play, right? Their forecheck was really good and heavy, but they didn't cheat for it. They didn't get in behind the puck. They didn't give up anything to be as aggressive as they were on the forecheck, and that's a game that I don't think we've played really in a while. We haven't. I think in January, I don't think we had the legs to get on that forecheck, but tonight we did, and I thought that line drove the bus on it.
What was the turning point in those final 40 minutes to take control of the game?
Well, I thought we moved a little bit better. I didn't mind the first period. Like, if they win that game, they're 5 points out of a playoff spot. So, and they're an older team. They have a more veteran, age-wise team than we do. So they're going to come in and play as hard as they possibly can. I liked our pace. I mean, we're down one. The first power play we didn't love. We hit one post on it, but I was fine with it. Like we I don't know. They were about 13-3-2, right, in our last 8 games. So you come to the rink, last 18 games. So you come to the rink feeling that you should have a pretty good chance to win every night, and you should. But yeah, we're certainly not that good that we would ever dominate a team that's fighting for its playoff lights because they came in and they played hard. So I was good with it. The second period, we got on our forecheck game, and when we do that, and then couldn't get our fourth line out as much as we'd like to early because of the number of power plays. There's 8 minutes of that in the first, and then once they got their kind of teeth into the game, it changed the flow. What we weren't good at in the Philadelphia game is we lost the flow of the play. We were in our end more. We had nothing sustained in there, and so every time the puck came out of our end, we're looking to change, and they scored a goal on that exact setup. The opposite was true here tonight. We were able to get the flow of the play, control some pucks in the offensive zone, whether you scored or not, forecheck, and then the line changes happen in your favor.
Does it feel nice just to get like you were saying,
Yeah,
get back to normal?
It looked like it, right? Because this league is tough. So every time you lose a game, you're thinking we can't let this go, right? We can't let it go. And it's more about style of play for us because we've earned the right. We got a bit of a cushion. We certainly don't want to rely on it, but we want to play our game, and that is a hard game to play. So some nights it doesn't go for you. You just want to be able to understand it. I like the second 2 periods because it was closer to the way we're supposed to look, whether we had scored. We had a whole bunch of chances that didn't go, but you're on the bench and you get to the last 10 minutes of the third period, I'm fine. Like, I'm comfortable with our game. We're playing right, whether these pucks go or if they knuckle one in and they get lucky on one, I'm fine with our game.
Going back to the fourth line, you trusted them with some pretty heavy minutes
I did.
against the Ovechkin line.
I did.
What have they done to really shut things down?
Gadjevich doesn't make technical mistakes. He's where he's supposed to be as hard as he can. Stenlin's, first off the bench on penalty killing, so he's got to be able to do it. And Ryan can skate and hit, and he's got some veteran experience. So there's no reason why they can't take some shifts against another line. Now, it's a big line, right? It's a heavy line with Wilson and Ovechkin there. So it's not a pure speed line. So it's a hard grinding shift, and they're built to play that style of game. So, and there are stretches where they're the best line. They're our most effective line, so they should go out.
Sergei said he felt like he hadn't played in about a month, but with that, how nice was it to see him kind of just slide right back into
Yeah, it was good for him, and that was a really tough game because he kind of lost his stick on the first one. I don't know if he got it back, and it knuckled on him on the first goal, and then, you get a penalty shot. You get a backdoor. I mean, they had really one chance in the second period. They scored on it. It was a legitimate goal. And there's not a whole lot to do. So that's a veteran guy who knows how to mentally stay in those.
And when you need a...
What are you hoping to see from the top 3 lines that you switched around in the third?
Well, I think we've had really strong production from one line, right? The Bennett line's produced. Chucky's numbers are starting to get really, really good now. And Verhaeghe's been good. I feel that Sam Reinhart's done a lot of damage on the power play, and then after that, there's not a lot of pucks going in. Sash is on a bit of a ripper on the not scoring. So I was just trying to change the look of the offensive zone play. We were in there enough. Nick Cousins can do some tight turning and some small area plays. He's good at that. It wasn't an up and down the ice game. It was a lot of offensive zone time. And then Verhaeghe has a way of getting something out of a scrum and finding a corner. So just to change those three, I liked what Lundell's line looked like when Rodriguez went there. So it was last year I would have been a little bit quicker on it. I would move Verhaeghe around very quickly. This year I haven't done that as much, mostly because I've had a line that's been really hot.
And when you need that balance, I mean, Sam Reinhart's always there. Power play, even strength, almost 40 goals.
Right, and then if he doesn't score for 4 games, it's going to be very well played defensively. He's not going to cheat for it. So Barkov's line becomes then a checking line, and at some point Luostarinen may go up there, and if that's what we need from him on that night, because neither one of those guys cheat the game.
When was the last time Reinhart went 4 games without scoring?
I don't know,
Long
but I shouldn't have said it. Possibly, I really don't care about that. I think he's had such a wonderful start. He's put himself in a great position for the off ice parts, and he never cares about that. So he's just been a great player for us. Whether he scores or not, he's earned everything that he's gotten this year. They're all legitimate goals. I don't think he's been lucky at all. So I'm not particularly. He doesn't have to stay hot for our team to win. He just has to keep playing the way he's playing.
Thank you. Thanks, Phil.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Aren't you glad